Myself, A. Sudhakar, working as a contract lecturer in physics at a government polytechnic, Cherial. Today I am going to explain rectifiers in electronics topic, electronics chapter. Objectives. On completion of the period, you would be able to know about rectifier, types of rectifiers, and their uses. Rectifier. What is called as a rectifier? An electronic device that converts alternative current into direct current which flows in only one direction. That is nothing but currents are of two types. Always we call them as AC current and DC current. What is called as AC current? AC means alternative current. That is nothing but the frequency of this current is alternately changes. So cycles in the form of cycles, positive cycle, negative cycle, that is changes, that is called as a alternating current. With respect to time, its frequency changes. And second one is a direct current. It is called as a DC. So there is no change of frequency of this current. With respect to time, the frequency is constant. So that is called as a direct current. What is the rectifier? An electric device that converts alternating electrical current which periodically reverse direction into direct current which flows in only one direction. There is no changes. There is no positive and negative cycles. It is only unidirectional. That is, it is called as a direct current. That is rectifier. That is which is an electric device which converts alternating current into alternating electrical current into direct current. There are two types of rectifiers. Rectifiers are of two types. First one is a half wave rectifier and the second one is a full wave rectifier. That is, rectifiers are of two types. First one is a half wave rectifier and second one is a full wave rectifier. So what is a half wave rectifier? What is called as half wave rectifier? Half wave rectifier consists of a transformer, diode and load. So what is its construction? That is a construction of half wave rectifier. It consists of one transformer, one diode and a load resistor. Load nothing but load resistors. We can take output from load resistor. Input alternating voltage is applied at the terminals of primary coil of transformer. That is nothing but half wave rectifier consists of a transformer, diode and load. So the input AC voltage is applied at the terminals of primary coil of transformer. Transformer consists of primary coil as well as a secondary coil. So at the terminals of primary coil, so we can input the alternating voltage. So this is the diagram which explain the construction of half wave rectifier. So that is so there is this is a step down transformer, or it is called a transformer. It consists of primary coil as well as it consists of secondary coil. So the primary coil is used to input the AC supply. AC voltage is applied at the two terminals of primary coil of transformer. and it consists of a crystal diode. So this is the symbol of a diode. So that is which indicates that this is positive terminal and this is the negative terminal of the diode. So it is connected to a load resistor. So what is it is called as a load resistor. ML is called as terminals of load resistor. So from this uh, 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 terminals of the load resistor, we can gain the output. We can gain the output voltage. So that is nothing but, so what is it consists of mainly a transformer, a diode and a load. That is a half wave rectifier consists of three main parts. One is a transformer and other one is a diode and third one is a load resistor. So the input voltage is applied at the primary coil of the transformer. So it moves into the diode as well as we can collect the output at RL, that is at the resistor. So this is the output form of the voltage. That is let us see, this is input cycle of AC. This is the input cycles of AC. So this is a positive cycle, this is negative cycle, this is positive cycle and this is negative cycle. So that is by applying that is source, we can apply the AC signal input into the at the terminals of the primary coil of this transformer. So that is by using this primary coil of the transformer, we can input the input voltage. So this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal of the secondary coil of transformer. So this is the diode. D1 indicates that diode. This is the positive terminal of diode and this is the negative terminal of the diode. So next RL. RL indicates that load resistor. What is RL? It is the indicated by, we can collect the output voltage at this two terminals of this load resistor. So this is the input AC voltage and we can collect the output voltage, that is these are the output signals. These are the output collected at load resistor. That is this is one positive cycle and this is another positive cycle. That is nothing but half wave rectifier. Actually, so one positive cycle and one negative cycle is totally called as a full cycle. Totally called as a full cycle, or it is called as a full wave. When a wave consists of a positive terminal as well as negative terminal, then it is totally called as a full wave. So but here the output indicates that only positive cycles only. That is, here input is entered into the primary coil as a positive and negative cycles, but we are collecting only output, that is only positive cycles. So why? Because only positive cycles are coming output from this half wave rectifier. So let us see. So another diagram, so which can gives the output cycles of half wave rectifier. That is so these are the positive wave and this is the negative cycle of a wave. These are input to the primary coil of transformer and output is collected from the load resistor. Like this, only positive cycles are collected by the load resistor. So that is AC input, we are giving AC input. So that is this is 0 and this is positive amplitude and this is negative amplitude. So that is so this diagram indicates that this is the positive amplitude and this is negative amplitude. That is the maximum displace from mean position to extreme position is called as amplitude. This is positive amplitude and this is negative amplitude. So that is we are giving a AC cycle, that is AC input, that is which consists of positive cycles as well as negative cycles, positive cycles as well as negative cycles. But at load resistor, we are collected by from load resistor is only positive cycles. So that is, so this is the main position. So this is extreme position of positive cycle. That is only positive cycles are collected. So there is no negative cycle collected by the load resistor. So that is here there is no output at this negative cycle, but there is a output collected by the load resistor, that is only positive cycle. That is the diode. The diode is giving output only positive cycles. Why? Because of negative cycle. Here the voltage is 0 volts because the diode is reverse bias. So why here the negative cycles are not collected? Only positive cycles are collected by this load resistor. So why? Because of negative, the negative, when the negative cycle is input to this diode, what happening? The voltage becomes 0, and because of the diode is reverse bias. So let us see about that explanation of half wave rectifier. When the voltage is positive, the diode is forward biased and it conducts current. If the voltage is negative, the diode is reversed biased and it does not conduct current. So let us see this. When the positive half cycle is entered towards to the positive terminal of this diode, what happening? So this indicates that p-type semiconductor, and this indicates that n-type semiconductor. That is, diode consists of two terminals, p-type semiconductor as well as n-type semiconductor. When this positive cycle is entered at this p-type, connected to this p-type semiconductor, what happens? The diode is in a forward bias. The diode is in forward bias. Then what happening here? The depletion layer of the diode decreases and conductivity is increases through the majority charge carriers of electrons from n-type semiconductor and holes from p-type semiconductor. Then this positive voltage is collected at this load resistor. After what happens? Therefore, the positive cycle, the voltage is negative, the diode is reverse biased and it does not conduct current. In case of negative cycle, that is, in case of negative cycle enter to this diode, what happening? So this is a positive terminal of the cycle diode, and this is the negative cycle enter to this diode. What happening? So this is positive terminal and the voltage is negative. What happening? This diode becomes as a negative bias. This diode becomes as negative bias. Then what happening? The depletion layer is increases and negligible current is flow through this diode. So it does not collected by this load resistor. So that's why the when the negative cycle is reached this diode, so it behaves as reversed biased and zero current, approximately zero current is produced. That's why it is not collected by this load resistor. Therefore, in the positive half cycle of AC, there is a current through the load resistor RL, but there is no current in the negative half cycle. That is, only when the positive half cycle is of the input of diode, then only there is a current. There is a current through the load resistor, but there is no current in the negative half cycle. When the negative half cycle is input to the diode, it behaves as a reversed bias. Then there is no current in the negative half cycle. In the next half cycle, positive half cycle, in the next positive half cycle, again there is output voltage. So what happening here? Here, when it is positive cycle is entered to the diode, it is collected by load resistor. When it is a negative cycle entered to this diode, what happens? It is does not collected. After that, when the negative positive half cycle is another positive half cycle is enter to this diode, what happens? It is also collected by the output. That is only that is in the next positive half cycle. Again, there is output voltage. When only positive half cycles are connected to the diode, that positive cycles are collected by the load resistor only. The output of this circuit is only half of the input AC wave. Thus it is called as a half wave rectifier. The output of this circuit is only for half of the input AC wave. That is nothing but we are giving a full wave, that is positive half wave and negative half wave, both are considered as a full wave, but is nothing but the off when the output of this circuit is only for half of the input AC wave. Thus it is called as a half wave rectifier. That's why it is called as a half wave rectifier. So let us see. So another explanation for this half wave rectifier. The process of removing one half the input signal to establish a DC level is called half wave rectification. What is half wave rectification? That is the process of removing one half of the input signal. We does not consider total input signal. So one half of the input signal is considered by removing one half of the input signal. Establish a DC level is called half wave rectification. In half wave rectification, the rectifier conducts a current during positive half cycle of input AC signal only. What is this meaning? In half wave rectification, the rectifier conducts the current during positive half cycle of input AC signal only. When positive half cycle is the input signal, acts as the input signal to this diode, then only current conducting is available. That is, current is conducts during positive half cycle of input AC signal only. Negative half cycle is suppressed. Negative half cycle is suppressed. In case of negative half cycle as input to this diode, it does not conduct. Then it is suppressed. There is no output voltage collected by the load resistor. That's why let us see. This is the input signal at this terminals of primary coil. Then output signal as like this. That is positive half cycles only collected by the load resistor. Let us see here, that is only positive cycles are collected by the load resistor. That is only half of the wave is rectified. Half of the wave is rectified by this circuit. That's why it is called as a half wave rectifier. That's why it is called as half wave rectifier. Next one is the full wave rectifier. So what is called as a full wave rectifier? Full wave rectifier consists of a transformer, two diodes and load. So in this full wave rectifier, the construction of full wave rectifier consists of a transformer. In this there is a center tap transformer is used. In full wave rectifier, there is a center tap transformer is used, and two diodes and a load are the main parts in a full wave rectifier. Here, the P side of the two diodes are connected to the ends of the secondary coil of the transformer. That is, there are two diodes in full wave rectifier. These two diodes, P side of these two diodes are connected to the ends of the secondary coil. So these positive terminals of the two diodes are connected to the secondary coil of the transformer. That is full wave rectifier. Full wave rectifier consists of a transformer and two diodes and a load resistor. The P side of the two diodes are connected to the ends of the secondary coil of the transformer. The ends of the end side of the diodes are connected together, and the output is taken between this common point of full wave rectifier. The secondary coil of the transformer is provided with a certain tapping and is it's so called center tap transformer. That is, here using the transformer is called as a center tap transformer. The positive terminals of the two diodes are connected to the ends of the secondary coil, where the end side of the two diodes are connected together, and the output is taken between this common point of the full wave rectifier. That is, two ends of the negative terminals are connected are together, and the output is taken between between this common point of full wave rectifier. The secondary coil of the transformer is provided with a certain tapping, and so it is called center tap transformer. That's why it is called as a center tap transformer. That's why it is called as center tap transformer. That is, the inside of the diode are connected together, and the output is taken between this common point of full wave rectifier. The secondary coil of the transformer is provided with a certain tapping, and so it is called as a center tap transformer. So this is the construction of full wave rectifier. So that is, it consists of a transformer, that is, it is called as a center tap transformer, and it consists of a two diodes, that is, this is D1 and this is D2. So that is, there are two diodes in full wave rectifier, as well as the positive terminals of the diodes D1 and D2 are connected to the secondary coil of the center tap transformer, and negative terminals are connected together. So that is, negative terminals are connected together. So the output is collected at a point in between M and C. So that is, in between D1 and D2, and at center secondary coil of the transformer, that is C and M. That is, a load resistor is connected between center tap transformer secondary coil and this point M. So that is, the input AC signal is applied at the ends of the primary coil. So that is, AC supply is applied between the ends of this primary coil. So how it is works? So that is, the current conduction like this. When it is forward biased, the current flows like this. So when it is forward biased, the current flows like this. That is, the output is collected at the load resistor RL, that is V out. Here the output of the full wave rectifier is collected like here. So how it is works? That is, let us see, this is the AC input signal is given in between the 2 points of the primary coil of center tap transformer. So when this positive half cycle is entered to a point A, what happening? The positive half cycle is entered to the point A, then this diode is positive. This diode is a positive signal, and the positive cycle is entered into this positive of this diode. Then it is conducts, that is, the diode is in forward bias. Then it is forward biased, that is, the output is collected at the load resistor, that is RL. The negative half cycle is goes towards to this terminal B. So then D2 diode acts as a negative because of it is behaves as a reversed bias. Therefore, there is no current flows through this diode. Further, next cycle, The negative half cycle is tapped towards to the diode D1, then it behaves as a reversed biased, then there is no current flows through the diode D1. So negative, then the positive half cycle is tapped towards to the diode D2, then it is forward biased and it is conducts, then the output is collected by the load resistor RL. So that is current flows when D1 conducts. That is when the positive half cycle is reaches to the D1, the current flows to D1. That is, it is conducts. So that is when current flows when D2 conducts. That is when positive half cycle is reaches to D2, then it is acts as forward biased and D2 is conducts. That is, this is even half cycle and this is odd half cycle. That is we are using center tapped transformer. It taps once a positive cycle to the D1 diode, and other time it sends the positive half cycle to the D2 simultaneously. So D1 and D2 are conducts. D1 and D2 are forward biased, and other for other cycles, one is forward biased and other one is negative reverse biased. That's why one time D1 is conducts and another time is D2 is conducts. That's why the result output waveform like this, that is total cycles are collected at load resistor. That is when positive half cycle and negative half cycle, that is AC input is given to the primary coil, terminals of the primary coil. So totally the cycles are collected by these two diodes, then we can get this output, that is totally positive half cycles and negative half cycles are collected at the load resistor. Further explanation about this full wave rectifier, that is let us see. This is source 1 and this is source 2. That is the AC signal like this, it is taken as source 1 and this is taken as source 2. Here D1 and D2 are the two diodes. This is the center tap transformer, and load, this is load RL. It is used to collect the output, that is output voltage. That is when this cycle is entered into diode D1, that is when it is positive half cycle is entered. Then what happening here? So the diode behaves as a forward biased, and the cycle, the forward, the positive cycle is collected. Next time the negative half cycle is entered to the diode D1, then it is behaves as a, so let us see. So let us see. So let us that is VS1 is the input to the diode D1 and VS2 is the input to the diode D2. Let us see. That is when this positive half cycle entered to the diode D1, negative half cycle is entered to the diode D2. Then it is in forward biased and it is reversed biased. Then this diode is conducts, and this diode is does not in conducting position. Further next, this VS1 input, the negative half cycle is entered towards to the diode D1, then it is behaves as a reversed biased diode, then there is no conductivity at diode D1. At the same time, VS2, that is positive half cycle is entered to the diode D2, then it is conducts. Then the output is collected at the load resistor. That is simultaneously when positive half cycle at diode D1, negative half cycle at diode D2. Further next half cycle, negative half cycle at the diode D1, positive half cycle at diode D2. Further positive half cycle at diode D1, negative half cycle at diode D2. Further negative half cycle at diode D1, positive half cycle at diode D2. That is simultaneously AC. We are giving AC signal input at the ends of primary coil. So this center tap taps one cycle, one positive cycle or negative cycle at diode D1, and other one is at diode D2. That is when D1 is conducts, D2 is in a non-conductive position. When D1 is reversed biased, that is there is no conductivity. When diode D2 is in forward bias, that is it is in the position of conducting position. That is alternatingly the total cycle is collected. That is total cycle is collected by this load resistor, and the total cycle, that is total wave, is rectified by this full wave rectifier. That's why it is called as a full wave rectifier. That's why it is called as a full wave rectifier. That is the total wave is rectified by these D1 D2 diodes by using the center tap transformer. That's why it is called as a full wave rectifier. That's why it is called as full wave rectifier. Let us see explanation about the diagram. That is when the input voltage to A with respect to the center tap is positive as figure 1, voltage at B being output of out of phase will be negative as in figure 2. Hence, diode D1 gets forward biased and conducts current. During this positive half cycle, there is output current and voltage across load resistor Rn. When the input voltage to A with respect to the center tap is negative, then voltage at B being out of phase will be positive. Then for this negative half cycle, diode D2 gets forward biased and conducts current. There is output current and voltage across load resistor Rn. So that is when the input voltage to A with respect to the center tap is negative, then voltage at B being out of phase will be positive. Then for this negative half cycle, diode D2 gets forward biased and conducts currents. There is output current and voltage across load resistor R. That is when this positive cycle at diode D1, negative cycle at diode D2. So this is in the position of conducting. This is reversed bias. That's why it is in the position of non-conducting position. The RL at the RL, that is due to this diode D1, the voltage is collected. In the second cycle, so the negative cycle enter to diode D1 and positive cycle enter to diode D2. Then it is conducting position and it is in non-conducting position. The output voltage is collected at this load resistor RL. So that's why, therefore, there is an output voltage during both the positive and negative half cycles of input AC voltage. That's why what happening here, there is an output voltage during both the positive and negative half cycle. Positive half cycle and negative half cycles are rectified. Both the positive and negative half cycles of input AC voltage, as the two half cycles are being rectified and giving output voltage. Both the positive and the negative half cycles are being rectified, and therefore there is an output voltage during both the positive and negative half cycles of input AC voltage, as the two half cycles are being rectified and giving output voltage. This rectifier is called full wave rectifier. This rectifier is called as a full wave rectifier. Comparison between half wave and full wave rectifiers. First one is half wave rectifier. That is, half wave rectifier current only during positive half cycle of the applied input. Therefore, it shows unidirectional characteristics. Why it is indicates that unidirectional characteristics? Because of that is half wave rectifier conducts only during the positive half cycle of the applied input. That is uh, half wave rectifier conducts at only positive half cycle input. That's why it is shows unidirectional characteristics. Half wave rectifier circuit requires only one diode in the circuit diagram. So that is in the circuit of half wave rectifier, it consists of only one diode. Half wave rectifier does not require center tapping of secondary winding of transformer. So it does not possess, that is, it does not require center tapping of secondary winding of transformer. So that is, it possesses only step up or step down transformer only. There is no center tapping of secondary winding of transformer. Half wave rectifier is less costly since it requires only one diode. So that is nothing but half wave rectifier is less costly since it requires only one diode. It requires only one diode. That's why its cost of half wave rectifier is less. Second one is full wave rectifier. So full wave rectifier, both the halves of the input signal is utilized at the same time of operation. Therefore, it shows bidirectional characteristics. So, why it is possess bidirectional characteristics? Why it is shows bidirectional characteristics? At same time, both halves of the input signal is utilized at the same time of operation. When positive half cycle is reaches to the D1 diode, negative half cycle is reaches to the D2 diode. Due to the center tapping of transformer, the negative cycle also converts into positive cycle, and diode D2 also forward biased, and the output of both cycles are collected at load resistance. Second one is in full wave rectifier circuit, two diodes are used in the circuit. There are two diodes are used in the circuit of full wave rectifier. Full wave rectifier requires center tapping of the secondary winding of the transformer. So that is, so there is a center tapping of secondary winding of the transformer used. Why? Because of it center tapping secondary winding converts positive and negative half cycles allowed to flow from this secondary winding of this transformer. That's why, so once a positive half cycle reaches to the D1, and at the same time negative half cycle converts into positive and reaches to the D2. Full wave rectifier is more costly since it requires more than one diode. So why? Because of it is costly than half wave rectifier. So it needs two diodes. It needs two diodes, or it consists of two diodes in its circuit. That's why full wave rectifier is more costly since it requires more than one diodes. So these are the comparison. That is nothing but comparison between half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. Okay, this is a summary. We discussed about half wave and full wave rectifiers, so their applications and comparison between half wave and full wave rectifiers. So that is quiz. The process of converting AC into DC is called what? That is, the process of converting AC, that is alternating current, into DC current is called what? Is option A is amplification, option B is filtering, option C is modulation, and D is rectification. So that is nothing but the process of converting AC into DC is called as rectification. So that's why there are half wave rectifier and full wave rectifiers are converts to AC into DC. Second one is full wave rectifier consists of dash diodes. Option A 3 diodes, option B 4 diodes, option C 2 diodes, and option D 5 diodes. That is full wave rectifier consists of 2 diodes only. Full wave rectifier consists of 2 diodes. Sometime consist of it 4 diodes, but in our syllabus there is only full wave rectifier with 2 diodes. Assignment, some of the assignment. So thank you for your listening this class about half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier and their applications, as well as a comparison between half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier, and working principle, working process of half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. Thank you. Thank you.